I'm gonna try a bite now with a cream cheese one and see how it tastes so I can report back. Hey everyone, Dave here, back in the kitchen, and today we're gonna make the world's best protein donuts from home. Everyone's trying to get their protein number. Everyone loves donuts, so let's see if we can make amazing protein donuts right here at home. We're gonna start off with some almond flour. You know what I was thinking? There's a recipe I did a while back where I used like the scale to measure things. That was so much better. But I had this recipe and I made it in normal measurements, so I don't know how to, I mean, I could convert it, I guess, but that's all right. We're gonna start off with 3/4 of a cup of almond flour. Oh, and if you've downloaded Dish Draft, my app, DISHDRAFT, and tried it, thank you for that. Make an account, you can try it for free. You can save recipes you find all over the internet, on TikTok, things like that, even this recipe. You can even convert them to your own diet preference. But I was gonna say, I did the giveaway that I announced last month, I think it was. And C-Step 1968, that user, if you're watching, I sent you the gift card. You did win, so congratulations for winning. All right, we need protein powder, obviously. Oh, if I can get this open. Oh, that works. Just punch it with super punch. So what I'm using for protein powder, this isn't sponsored, is this casein one. I think probably other brands make it too. This is just the one I found. Oh wait, I'm hitting the cup in here. Oh, I just I just spilled that everywhere. Can you see that on the corner? I just spilled a ton of that. That's embarrassing. All right, well, that's okay. So now I forgot the measurement I need too. There's a 1/4 cup. Oh, we need a 1/2 cup of this. So that's gonna be where our protein comes from. This is vanilla flavored. That's gonna give us our best like cakey type donut. I just cleaned off my apron too. Anyways, pressing on. We want a tablespoon of coconut flour as well into the bowl. And 1/3 cup of monk fruit sweetener goes into the mix like that. Then we will do if I can get it even here, if I can get it level. This is not wanting to level. 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Why is this not leveling properly? It's fine. It's because it's a little clumpy. But 1.5 of that. And let's see, hold on. I just need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, which is like half of this, like that. And then we mix it all up, like so. And you don't want any clumps in there. This is what is this chunk? What in the world? What in the danger? What even is that? I don't know if that's there's like a little brown bit in here. It's not a bug. Here's the thing, and here's the reason. Let me give you the reasoning behind this, because I've done a little research on it. I'm certainly no scientist or dietitian or anything like that. But here's the problem, right? When you lose weight, there's two things the weight can come out of. They can come out of your fat or your muscle. And apparently, you correct me if I'm wrong, eating a lot of protein helps direct the fat loss to fat and not muscle loss, I think. Hence the reason everyone's pursuing high protein recipes. Tell you what, I've kind of learned this the hard way. Like, I've lost weight in the past, and it seems like whenever I lose weight, I actually do end up losing a lot of muscle, but that's because my diet is so often terrible, like no protein, just low protein stuff, which is a problem. I want 1/2 cup of cottage cheese. I'm gonna put it into a blender to smoothify it. And I might actually add, I'm also gonna need some Greek yogurt. I might put that in here as well to blend it together. Like, it's pretty bad how much muscle you lose if you're not paying attention to this stuff. 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt goes in with it. I worked out for the first time in years. The other day, that was like 3 days ago, and I am still so incredibly sore because I'm so out of shape. And yeah, it just reminded me I need to be making sure I'm gonna try to lose weight. I need to keep the protein in mind too. We're gonna add 2 eggs in here as well. 1. So I've decided to just do it all in my little blender and just blend it all together. We'll then add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract into that. I'm gonna mix it. I do need to add melted butter still, but my eggs were technically supposed to be room temp. And when I put them in, they were ice cold. So hopefully this warms them up a little so the butter doesn't stiffen when I add it. All right, so I just blend that to oblivion. We then want to take 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter and add it in, and then blend it again. Now there is one issue. I didn't have unsalted butter. I just had salted butter. So hopefully I didn't just ruin this recipe. We'll see. All right, that's all nice and smooth. Now we're gonna try to combine it. Now, if you're new here, guys, I generally don't pre-test the recipes. I find it that the adventure is the fun part. The seeing if we can do it. It's, we're cooking, We're experimenting. It's like a test lab, a test kitchen, as it were. Does anyone have that name yet? Can I use that? Is that copyrighted? I bet that's copyrighted. And we're just gonna fold that in like 10 to 12 times until it's, you know, no dry stuff left, basically. We're not trying to blend it or anything. We just want all the dry to be gone. I'm gonna use this little spatula to do so. So, you know, it's always good to wait till the end and then decide if you're gonna try the recipe yourself. Don't go trying it before seeing if it works. At the end, sometimes the result is an embarrassment to me and to my entire family. But sometimes it turns out amazing and we create something incredible here on the channel. So you never know until the very end. So watch till the end to see. Hey, look, I should say that at the beginning. That'd be like the hook, and then people wouldn't click off. All right, so if you have one, you're gonna need a donut pan, or even if you don't have one, you're gonna need it. You're gonna need to spray it with some Pam or some oil of some sort. Now we're gonna try to put it into, you can use a Ziploc bag. I actually do have some of these, what are they called? Piping bags. So I can actually put my mix into a piping bag. If you have one, they're cheap, they're on Walmart. I could link to them if I remember. Future Dave, uh-oh. Oh, speaking of Future Dave, and this has nothing to do with Future Dave, can you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already? If you're enjoying what you watch, what you're seeing, if you're like, oh man, this channel's, you know, right up my alley. This is my speed. Keep dropping it. If you also would drop it and make messes and not clean up while you work, or you just like watching me fail, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, hype it on your cell phone, all that fun stuff. I appreciate it. Tell your friends and all that stuff. Okay, so now we've got it all in a piping bag. Good, beautiful. Getting on my fingers a little. Let me get a paper towel. Okay, so these are the only skizzers I have in here. You wanna cut the end off your bag, like so. Is that gonna be a big enough hole? I think I need to go a little bigger, like so. That might be too big, I don't know, we'll see. And our goal is gonna be to pipe this out into the donut pan, like so. Can you see it? Yeah, that worked, kinda. I probably could use a like slightly bigger hole, but it's working. And just do that until you're out of dough. Not money, which is also another word for dough. Or dough is another word for money, I guess is how you'd say it. All right, so it looks like I'm getting 5, best case here. That's okay. Yeah, I feel like it might hurt them a little bit, the fact that I didn't do a great piping job, but I think it's okay. Now, you can try to smooth it out with your fingertip if you want to. And the better you are at piping, the better the donut's gonna look. But I can definitely kind of clean these up a little with my finger here. Yeah, it looks a little better. Looks a little better. They're gonna go into the oven at 350 degrees. And while they're in there, we're gonna make us a glaze for them. I will say each donut, actually I gotta do the math again because I thought I was gonna get 6, I only got 5. Each donut's gonna have 23 grams of protein, 5 net carbs, 8 total carbs, be about 250 calories, 17 grams of fiber, 17 grams of fat, and 3 grams of fiber. Now, that is something you guys tell me in the comments a lot. If you're gonna go heavy on the protein, make sure you're having your fiber too, because it can, you know, stop you up if you're not careful. As always, the macros are best estimates, not perfect. I'm not a scientist. Like I said, you know, calculate your own with the ingredients you use. You might use slightly different ingredients, all that stuff. All right, so we're gonna wanna glaze as well. This is gonna be a glazed donut. Actually, I wonder if I should use, let me use a different pan or bowl. I went back and forth a few times and decided I would stick with this one. So I want a 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt in a bowl, like so. 2 tablespoons of that same protein powder. Yes, even the glaze has protein in it. 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. But it also is gonna add that vanilla flavor. And 2 tablespoons of a powdered keto sweetener. I mean, you could just use confectioner's sugar if you're not worried about calories and all that, or keto. But I try to do things that are keto conscious for my channel because I've done a lot of keto recipes and people appreciate that. So that is just Swerve Confectioners. You want it to end up being a pourable kind of texture, which we're nowhere near, as you can tell. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the donuts go in for 12 to 15 minutes. So we want to add a little bit of milk or almond milk. Almond milk's a little better if you're keto, but other than that, doesn't make a huge difference. I'm using low-fat milk because you want this to be a pourable kind of glaze type thing. That looks pretty good, although, I don't know. I use a tiny bit more milk to get it a little bit looser, like so. It's probably about a tablespoon or 2 of milk, and that is our vanilla glaze. I guess I could taste it, give it a taste test. Yeah, that's more what I'm looking for. Yeah, it's pretty good. It tastes a lot like protein powder, vanilla protein powder, I'll be honest. But you know, we're going for a protein donut. I don't think I'm happy with this glaze. It tastes too much like protein powder. We'll set it aside. We'll try it on a donut, but we're gonna make a different glaze that I think is gonna elevate the flavor a little bit. That's an option. Using that glaze is gonna give you like 3 extra grams of protein per donut. All right, we're gonna make an alternate version for those who want the best possible flavor and they're not worried about losing a tiny bit of protein. It doesn't taste bad. It just literally tastes like I'm drinking a protein shake as a glaze for a donut. That doesn't excite me very much. So we're gonna try a cream cheese one. 3 tablespoons of cream cheese. You can try both or you can just pick one based on what looks better to you or what your goals are. And I've got some time while the donuts cook anyway, so might as well experiment a little more. We'll bring back our powdered swerve, 2 tablespoons of that again. 1 and 2. Half a teaspoon of, vanilla, spilling a little bit. This is a pinch of salt. We're gonna add that, and same idea. We just mix it together and add a little bit of milk until it's a glaze-like texture. That was a lot. That was more milk than I wanted to add, but it's probably the right amount. We'll see. Might have been a little too much. That was like 3 tablespoons. I was hoping for like 1 to 2 tablespoons. Mix it up really good. All right, this is our cream cheese version. It's much more liquidy. Tastes way better though. Way, way better. That's delicious. I had a little bit more swerve and a little bit more cream cheese, and I'm happier with this texture now for my glaze. So I've got 2 glazes, a protein powder one and a cream cheese one. And you know, yeah, that protein powder one just tastes like protein powder. I don't know. I'll try it, but it doesn't taste bad either. Like protein powder, they make it taste good, so it's not a bad thing. All right, our donuts have come out. It was about 15 minutes. I don't know if they're gonna come out properly. I think they are. We're gonna let them sit for like 10 minutes to cool off. All right, so it's been 10 minutes. These have cooled a little. Let's see if we can take them out. Oh, look at that. Wait, can you see it? Oh, you can see it. So what we have is some beautiful looking little donuts here. So I'm gonna take them all out, put them on my cooling rack. They're looking pretty good. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a big old cookie sheet, or you could do like aluminum foil or something like that. I'm gonna put it like that so that I don't make a huge mess on my counter, whereas normally I do. And so I don't remember which is which. Uh-oh. Well, I can tell by the taste, I bet. Yeah, that's the protein one. So proteiny. And the cream cheese one. So essentially, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna dip it like that and set it back down and let it kinda, it should supposedly stiffen up a little. I don't know if I buy it. I'll try this one with the protein stuff. You could do it on both sides or one side. We could leave one plain. But yeah, there we go. There's our donuts. Now we'll let them, actually kind of want to try one while it's still a little warm. So I'm gonna try a bite now with a cream cheese one and see how it tastes so I can report back. All right, that's very tasty actually. And check out the texture of it. It actually looks really quite good. I don't know if it's zooming in or focusing in or not. I could try the camera above. But the texture is really nice. Tastes like a donut. They do make keto sprinkles that you could add. And if you wanted a chocolate one, you could like take out 2 tablespoons of the almond flour, put in 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, and that'll give you a chocolate version as well. So anyways, all in all, we made a delicious protein donut. Try it, let me know what you think in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.